Hey, welcome to Dad Space. This is Dave. It's a little different music this time around. Yeah, a little different. What are we doing? Well, this is National Podcast Post Month. What does that mean to you? It means to you that you're going to get 30 episodes in 30 days. 30, I know, right? And the idea is that as podcasters, we're going to create episodes in support of National Podcast Post Month. They call it hashtag #NaPodPomo for those at home that are keeping score. But the idea is that we just create content for you daily in the month of November. So we are focusing on some great people that have been past guests on the show and friends of the show, answering questions about dads and giving you some feedback. And then also adding in some of the books that I found and resources I found as a fellow dad that could help you possibly on your journey as a dad. So that's kind of what we're focusing on this month, and I'm excited to share this with you. It's going to be a great month, and today's episode is part of that. I'm excited to share with you a new resource, possibly new to you, and tell you my thoughts about it here on Dad Space. Glad to be with you. The other big part of November, which I'm excited to also bring forward for those that are unaware, is we call it also Movember. What is Movember? It's when the mustache is calling. It is our time as men to unite, to take on mental health, suicide, prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and all of that is to shine a light on men's mental health and men's physical health. And we're celebrating Movember as well. Link in the show notes for you to see how you can support is to raise money and awareness for men. So on top of doing National Podcast Post Month, this month is always focused on you as well as men. We're here to support you and to let you know that there's a community around you that's wishing and searching for the best for you as men. So happy Movember, everyone, as well. Let's get into the podcast. So today's November 13th. It's my birthday. And as I kind of look over my birthday this year, I am an empty nester. My kids are out of the house. They're all doing life on their own, doing their thing. And I'm sitting here recording podcast episodes and getting all this podcast stuff out of the way, just keeping myself busy. My wife's at work, dog sleeping, cat sleeping, house is quiet. I have my gas fireplace to my left. It's keeping me warm in the basement now that the weather's turning. And it's my birthday. And it's interesting, the older you get, the more your birthdays become more reflective and less celebratory. There's not as much going on. Like at the time of recording, I don't even know if I'm going to hear from my kids today because, they've got stuff going on. And it's kind of, I don't know. I miss the exciting days. The days where the kids would come rushing into your room and, you're half awake. They jump on the bed and bounce all over the bed. And, happy birthday, Daddy, and handmade cards. And another tie or some socks is your present. But your kids are there. And you just have that time with them. And you got to get ready for work. You got a busy morning. You got to go off. You got to do the thing. Kids got to go to school. Blah, 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 blah. But in that moment, it's like everyone's together. And you're just doing the thing. I miss the thing as an empty nest dad. And if you're not there yet, enjoy, savor it. Don't let it go by today. Don't let your birthday go by this year and you don't take a moment to go, wow, I'm a very lucky man. I'm a very lucky guy. A, to have these humans in my life. But B, just to be here. to see this, experience this, and be in this moment. I came across this lament, I guess you could say, this reflection from a fellow dad looking over his birthday. He's in a similar boat than as I am. He's an empty nester, kids are out of the house. Again, silent household. He's on his own on his birthday, like I am today. And I want to read to you what he wrote. Okay, these aren't my words, they're his words. But I have permission to share it with you, and I'll put them in the notes so you can read it yourself. But this is what he says, okay? And I'm quoting from him. As I sit alone on my birthday, the silence in the house feels both comforting and heavy. The vibrant chaos of family life has faded into quiet memories, and I find myself reflecting on the years gone by. I remember the laughter echoing through these halls, the noise of birthday celebrations filled with balloons, cake, and excitement of my kids. Each year they would rush to make me cards, and their little hands crafting heartfelt messages that warm my heart. Now, those cards are tucked away in a box, cherished reminders of simpler times. Today, there are no phone calls or surprise visits. I become accustomed to this solitude, but it still stings a bit. I think about how quickly they grew up, how just yesterday we were celebrating their milestones together, and now they're off chasing their own dreams. I'm proud of them, of course, but it's hard not to feel a twinge of loneliness. I pour myself a cup of coffee and I look out the window at the familiar sights of our neighborhood. The world keeps turning, but my heart aches for those days when birthdays meant family gatherings and shared moments. I wonder if they'll remember me today, or if life has swept them up in its relentless pace. As I sit here, I choose to embrace this quiet time. It's an opportunity for reflection, an invitation to think about what's next for me. Maybe this is a chance to explore new hobbies and reconnect with old friends. Perhaps it's time to invest in myself as much as I invested in them. I take a deep breath and remind myself that this phase of life is just another chapter. While the house may be empty today, my heart is full of love for my children and gratitude for the years we shared. And who knows, maybe next year they'll bring new traditions or surprises. For now, I'll celebrate quietly, grateful for the past and hopeful for what lies ahead. Happy birthday to me. It's a new beginning in its own way. So this year, as you celebrate your birthday, if you're an empty nest dad like me, maybe reread this or listen to this again upon your birthday. But I just want you to know that you're feeling alone. This is Movember. This is November. We call it Movember at Movember.com. And men's mental health is a huge, huge thing. I'm a guy of very few words. I don't really talk a lot. Quite shy, quite introverted, quite quiet. But sometimes we need to use our words. We need to write them out. We need to think about it. We need to journal. We need to not be so internal. And we need to let people know. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling like you're not in a good spot right now, then you need to talk to somebody. It could be simply you start a podcast and you talk to the mic. It helps. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. As busy as your family is on this day, be proud of the fact that you've done your best as a dad. Yeah, you've made lots of mistakes. Yeah, there's a lot of things you wish you could do over. But not every time at bat is a home run. Sometimes you strike out. Sometimes you hit a foul ball. Sometimes things don't go your way. But sometimes, just possibly, the potential is there that you might actually hit a home run. You might get on base. You might cross that home plate and score a point. Just realize that, again, you're not alone. Happy Movember. Go check out Movember.com. Just thinking of you today. On my birthday, I'm thinking of you. Thanks for listening to the show. Happy birthday to me. Take care. This is Dad Space. I'm glad you're here. Happy November to you. Happy Movember. And I would love for you to share this with another dad. This podcast, this Movember, this month where we focus on dads, this is the focus on you. And we are in your corner. If you've ever felt like you're alone, if you've ever felt like you're doing this on your own and there's no one there to help you and support you, then let Dad Space be that for you this Movember. We need to stick together. We need to be there to support each other and build each other up as men. And this was an entire month focused on us being Movember. So happy Movember, everyone. Understand that you're loved, cared for, and needed in this world. And there's no one else that can be the father that you can be. There's no one else who can be the man that you can be. And we need you. Happy Movember. Thanks for listening to Dad Space. I look forward to having you back for the next daily episode here in the month of November as we celebrate Movember and National Podcast Post Month. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a great dad. And thanks for sharing the show. Happy Movember, everybody.
We all know a man of few words. A man who wasn't exactly gifted the gab. With him, it's always a one-sided conversation. He was once told that a picture says 1,000 words, which is why he never posts them. Invite him for a quiet one, and you'll get exactly that.
Husband?
And when asked to say a few words...
Mark Davis. Well done, Mark. Come up here. Come on.
Thanks. He takes it literally.
Short and sweet, Mark.
He's the type of man who'd sing an instrumental at karaoke. He's often described as a good listener.
Really nice.
Well, there's that many songs, honestly, and people there you go. So they go up there.
But he's never been famous for his goodbyes. But even a man of the fewest words knows that when times are tough, a few words just aren't enough. So if you're feeling like things just aren't quite right, be a man of more words. Tell someone, because talking saves lives.